Alcohol and breastfeeding. Everything you need to know. It's well known that you shouldn't drink when you're pregnant, but what about when you're breastfeeding? That's a question many new parents have. After 9 months of no alcohol, you might be desperate for a glass or three of wine when you've got your little one settled. The trouble is, what you eat and drink while you're breastfeeding can be passed on to your baby. So if you do drink alcohol, will this too be passed on through your milk? In this video, you'll find out everything you need to know about drinking alcohol while breastfeeding. Keep in mind that this is purely a guide with information taken from numerous sources. Caution should always be taken when drinking and breastfeeding, and we advise you to seek advice from a doctor beforehand. So is alcohol passed on to the baby while you're breastfeeding? The short answer to this is yes. Any alcohol you do drink will be present in your breast milk. However, the amount of alcohol that is passed on will depend upon numerous factors. The time between drinking and breastfeeding, for example, does make a difference. If you breastfeed your little one right before you have a drink, providing you don't binge drink, there's a good chance most of the alcohol will have been absorbed in time for the next feed. There will still be a little amount present, but not as much as there would be if you had a drink and then breastfed shortly after. It also helps to drink while enjoying a meal. That way, the food will soak up the alcohol, reducing its effects. So how long should you wait before starting to drink alcohol again? The age of your baby will determine when you should start drinking alcohol again. While technically, it's fine to enjoy the odd glass of wine or 1 unit of alcohol shortly after giving birth, it's recommended you wait until your little one is a little older before you start drinking again. This is because younger babies need to feed more frequently. You'll typically be feeding sooner than every 2 to 3 hours, which means any alcohol you drink will still be very much fresh in your system. So in turn, more will be passed on to your little one than it would be if you were feeding less frequently when they're slightly older. So how much can you drink? Here's where it often gets confusing for women. Largely, the advice given is to drink in moderation. So what exactly does that even mean? It's easy to misinterpret, as what some people class as moderate drinking, others class as too much or too little. Firstly, the type of alcohol you're drinking will determine how much you can drink. Hard liquor is obviously a lot stronger than wine, so you're not going to be able to drink as much if you don't want it to affect your baby. As a rough guide, the amount you can safely drink varies depending on the percentage of alcohol in the drink itself. For 4%, you don't want to have more than 1 pint. 5%, about 1 275 milliliter bottle. 12% wine is 1 or 2 glasses. 17.5 to 20% is about 1 50 milliliter glass. And 30 to 40% alcohol or higher is less than 25 milliliters. So, the lower the alcohol content, the more you can drink in one sitting. However, it isn't just the strength of the alcohol you need to consider. You also need to think about how quickly the alcohol enters and therefore leaves the bloodstream. This depends on both whether you've eaten while drinking and your body size. If you find you've drunk so much that you're sick, you shouldn't breastfeed your little one until the following morning. In terms of how often you can drink, it's recommended that you do not go over 1 to 2 drinks per day. However, it's much safer to go several days without any alcohol consumption at all. You may be wondering, if you pump out your breast milk, will that eliminate the alcohol? Some advice does state this could work. However, even if you do pump your breast milk prior to breastfeeding after alcohol, it's not going to eliminate it all. That's because the alcohol is still in your bloodstream. If you're an average weight and you're relatively healthy, it typically takes an hour for 1 unit of alcohol to exit your system. Despite popular belief, drinking a lot of water won't flush the alcohol out any faster. So what will happen if you breastfeed without following these guidelines? If you don't follow the safe drinking guidelines and you regularly breastfeed after drinking heavily, how will it affect your baby? Well, needless to say, it can have a major impact on your baby's development. Not only can it seriously harm your baby, but it also reduces the amount of milk you produce. Overall, drinking very small amounts every now and again is unlikely to harm your baby when breastfeeding. However, you should always drink with caution and follow the advice as a rough guideline. To be safe, consult your doctor to seek their advice on safe alcohol consumption, taking into account your personal circumstances. If you're taking antibiotics, for example, that can slow down the speed in which the alcohol leaves the blood supply. In the end, it's much better to be safe than sorry. That's all for this video. If you found this video helpful, we'd really appreciate it if you click the like button to let us know, as well as hopping on over to our website and signing up for our email newsletter by clicking the link in the description. By signing up, you'll not only be the first to hear about our new releases, but you'll also get exclusive goodies that are only given to our email subscribers. Additionally, the next time you're looking to buy baby products, I encourage you to take a look at what we have available. Let me tell you, we aren't just out to make a profit, and pride ourselves on our high-quality products and excellent service. All Starlight Baby products are laboratory tested to ensure they are 100% safe for you and your baby, which unfortunately isn't something every company can say. On top of that, we donate a percentage of our profits to children's charities and hope to increase this percentage as Starlight Baby continues to grow. Therefore, your support goes a long way towards helping a lot of people, even if it's something as simple as subscribing to our channel here on YouTube. Finally, if your question wasn't answered in this video, or there's anything you'd like to say, please let us know by leaving a comment below. I promise you that we'll get back to you as soon as we can. You're also welcome to join the parenting community on our website, where you can talk with hundreds of other parents in a matter of minutes. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and here's to making a positive difference in the lives of our children and the world as a whole.